May 12th, 3:04 p.m. Zero City Police Precinct number 5, viewing room. Looks like we got here before they finished. Let's take a quick peek inside. This is totally legal. Looks like I met my match today. What am I gonna do for his voice? Your evidence only suggested my client could have been involved, not that he was. So unless you think you can take this to court, I suggest you release my client. For our national law, he cannot be held here any longer without a charge. Very well. Very well. Ray Watson, you're free to go. And thus ends our tale together, dear detective. I bid thee adieu, and the best of luck in your future endeavors. As for me, I think I'll turn this little excursion into a new story. I can see it now. The tale of a strapping young man, held without proof by the law, forced to plead his case. Don't think you're off the hook. I know you did it. Don't worry, I'll dig through everything I could find on you until I can prove it. So go write your little story, but the ending is going to be far different than you expect. Oh, you're a rather cocky gumshoe, aren't you? Gumshoe? Yeah, pal. But I assure you, you'll find nothing of the sort. I'd bet my hat on it. It doesn't look like it went well for Red. That man in there with the mustache. Is that Woofard? Is this Ernest or Woofard? I've charged myself a crowd. Oh, there you go. Oh, hold up. Oh, this music again. Oh, yeah. Woofard, a huntsman, attorney at law. Do you have business with me or my client, young pup? Well, you see... Wait, who's he calling a young pup? Just when I thought my day couldn't get any better, my favorite police officers are back. Now that I've finished up here, what say you ladies join me for a celebratory drink? We have some questions we need to ask you. Serious questions. Serious, huh? Not my specialty, but I can give it a try. I love the music still in the background. He's just daunting on us. We've learned some information about you, namely that you had a key to your mother's room. So that now makes you a suspect in the murder of Charles Watson. Wait, slow down. What are you talking about? You're not serious, right? Killed her? My mother? No, you can't be serious. She died in an accident, for God's sake. Ahem. My client will be remaining silent at this time. Any questions you have with him will go through me. Now, do you intend to keep him here any longer? I warn you, my patience has worn rather thin. No way, he's not leaving until we've had a chance to question him. Very well then. Per Zero City Criminal Code, I'm to be given 30 minutes with my client prior to any questioning. Come along, Mr. Watson. We've much to discuss. Oh, are we going against Woofard right now? Hold on a moment. I was watching. You two aren't seriously thinking of taking on Bloodhound, are you? Of course we are. Raiden is our primary suspect, and we have a solid case against him. No lawyer can overturn the facts. Woofard is not to be taken lightly. Even with all the evidence I had, I couldn't do the killing blow. Speaking of, why was Raiden here? What's going on? It's a long story, and you two have an interrogation to prepare for. Instead, I better give you two some intel to get a leg up on Woofard. Intel? What is it? He actually really likes puppies. You wouldn't expect it, but he has a soft heart. Show him a picture of a puppy and he'll cave any second. He's also done a couple of crimes, but the puppies one is more crucial. Woofard is a veteran criminal defense attorney. He'll prepare Raiden to ensure he doesn't incriminate himself. When you listen to statements, you might not find contradictions. Woofard won't let those slip by easily. Oh my god, are we gonna finally have a reason to press? Oh my god, hold up. So, let's go. You might have to question the suspect a little bit. Get him on the spot. If you can break his script, you've got the best chance of finding a flaw in his story. Right. I guess Ferris was only a civil lawyer, so she probably didn't know these types. So she probably didn't know these sorts of tricks. Yeah, she sucked at her job. I won every time besides against, I guess. What was the name? Buck. Was it Nuck or Buck Nort? What? My favorite character, and I can't remember his name. So sad. Thank you for the insight. I'm sorry you couldn't make your case stick, Red. Let me worry about that. I'll just have a little chat with Sue real quick. Head to my neck of woods when you finish. I'll catch you up to speed on Raiden then. Come on, Justy. We better get started. May 12th, 3:43 p.m. 06 Police Precinct number 5, interrogation room. That's... oh my god. Raiden Watson, we've brought you in today under suspicion of murdering your mother, Jules Watson. According to our investigation, you're the only person with access to her bedroom. Furthermore, we have evidence that shows the fire was likely not accidental. So are you gonna confess now, or do we have to force it out of you? I don't think this is what you say to a suspect. I've already looked over the police report. The reporting detective found that the fire was an accident from an unintended heater. So then, what grounds do you have to suggest it was murder? A woman just happened to overdose on her medicine on the same night as this accident? That's a rather large coincidence, don't you think? Huh. Is that your argument? I've seen stranger things in my day. If that's all you've got, then I suggest you let my client go now. He's already been held here long enough. Actually, I'm curious. What was he being questioned for? Nothing that involves you. This is a separate matter, young pup. Stop calling me young pup, man. I could call you a young kid. Nope. That's even worse. I guess it's better to let it go for now. I can assure you that we did a proper investigation. We know this was more than a simple accident. Well, I guess I gotta get serious. You say, if you say, so you say, I hope you have the evidence to back that claim. My client would like to know the details of this case from your perspective. Then let's start from the top. Last night around midnight, a fire started at Watson's estate. Although Patches did say it was an accident, someone else could have easily turned on that heater. Jules Watson would lock her room at night, and the only one with a key to her room was Raiden. We know there was a window of time after midnight in which Raiden lacks an alibi, meaning he could have returned to the estate. Hold on, that's not true. I was with Donner the whole night. He'll tell you as much. Mr. Watson, if you could. Not so fast. Not so fast. We know that's a lie. In fact, I have the very evidence you've been hounding us for. I'll show him the evidence that proves Raiden wasn't with Donner that night. He said that he was just with Calvin, right? No, that's not it. Oh, I know I have evidence. I'll show him the evidence. Oh. It's not that. Okay. This. Okay. Actually, Raiden, we already got the truth out of Amber. You see, she actually went to Calvin's apartment last night. But you would know that if you were there, wouldn't you? What's the point, young pup? My point is nobody was at the apartment when Amber went. Not Donner, not Calvin, and certainly not Raiden, or Vixen, or Dixon, or Rudolph. Now, we don't know where the other brothers were, but all that matters is that Raiden doesn't have an alibi. Because he was at the estate during that time. Well, that's quite interesting. Quite interesting bullshit there. Is that so? Then tell me, can you prove to me that my client was the one who tampered with the bedroom heater? Well, the thing is, no? Please stop staring at me. We kind of haven't investigated Joel's room yet. We kind of didn't investigate the crime scene yet, but that's no big deal, right? Right? We could die if we enter in there because of, like, fire stuff. You haven't what? Are you not aware that detectives find the evidence before they interrogate their suspects? You imbecile! Scary. Sophie, please say something. I'm scared. There is one other aspect of this case that we believe is important. How did Jules manage to overdose on her own medicine? I believe that that's the key to this case. If she hadn't overdosed, the fire would have woken her up. The two are intrinsically connected. Let me get restate myself. I don't see the issue. She was a rather old woman, so she likely did by accident. Why, it may have been an issue for her all the time. I've seen it before, you see. Is it really that simple? No, it's not. I know I have something that shows this wasn't some simple slip-up. Why would it be so strange for the victim to overdose? Because doctors did not report any prior unusual medical use. That's right? Yeah. I like how, like, we've already had to go through, like, 3 things of evidence, and we haven't even got to a cross-examine. He's like, this guy is pulling all the punches, so we don't even get a statement at all. This is a lot more powerful than Ferris was. Actually, it would be strange for the victim to overdose. Detective Fireman obtained the victim's medical report as a part of his investigation. According to those, she's never had any history or indication of taking too much of her medicine. In fact, Raid even confirmed that detail with us. He's never noticed her even taking too much of her medicine because it tasted bad. Or even though it was tasteless. For her to suddenly overdose and for that to be the same night of a fire. This had to been caused by someone else. And you say that my client was the one who told you? Yeah, he told us this morning. But if my client were the culprit, why would he volunteer that information, huh? My client is no idiot, I assure you. If this was really his doing, don't you believe it would be in his own self-interest to lie and say it was a common occurrence? In fact, he was his mother's caretaker. No one could disprove him, and all you'd have is the statement of some doctors who weren't there. Some stupid doctors that pay attention to her habits. The same doctors who make sure that she doesn't make these mistakes and say that she never has. Well, I guess that is a good testimony, but okay. That's a pretty good point. Gah. Hang on, did we just walk into this trap? Oh my god, this is Miles Edgeworth. Oh no, this is Von Karma. But none of that changes the unusual timing. There has to be more to it than that. And yet you still have nothing directly connecting my client to this case. We do know Raiden still doesn't have an alibi. That's why we brought him in here. Raiden, where were you when the fire started? When we know you weren't with Donner or Dixon. I won't say. I have a right to privacy. You have to believe me when I tell you. I would never harm my mother. It looks like this will be our key to going forward. If we could just prove he was there. Let's set aside from now and return to a more base problem. If you and supposing if my client was guilty, he would surely have had a way to induce the overdose. But he had no such method, did he? Allow me to explain. Ooh, we're going against Tip. We're ruining this man. Preposterous assumption. Your entire argument is based on one faulty assumption. You presume my client would have some way to induce the overdose. But there is no such way to do so without the victim knowing. The only logical conclusion was it was an accidental overdose. There's 2 things I can think of. One, could be that. Is it in the medicine that's tasteless? Tasteless. It's not possible for the victim to have overdosed. Both Ray and the victim's doctor attested to the fact that she's never done it before. Oh, she overdosed that night. Well, nice. Silence! Are you going over this again? As I told you, stranger things have happened. Your turret armor is nothing better than circumstantial. I expected better for you to bring such arguments. He's not messing around. I'm at the tasteless part. Guess that's it. I should try pressing him a little. Oh, I guess, alright. I guess I'll press. There's nothing faulty about it. Silence. I guess I'll be silent. Hasn't anyone ever told you it's rude to interrupt someone while they're speaking? Huh. You police officers these days always have it in always in a rush for glory. But if you stop to consider the whole things, you would see that not everything is cut and dry as you think. Allow me to clarify. Assume my client is some way to induce this. But how else would it have happened? As I showed, the victim has never taken much medicine before, and she's been taking it for quite a while. Someone with access to her medicine must have caused it, and Rain was the only one at the estate that night. It's unreasonable to think the victim would overdose herself. It had to have been him. It's more reasonable. Accidents happen all the time. I accidentally ran over my dog one time. It was a sad day. Why did you bring up such sad memories? I'm sorry. No. I got you again. I got you again, Justina. I never ran over it. I didn't accidentally run over that dog. I purposely did. To win a case. What's unreasonable is to assume someone else would have a way to do so. We're gonna question and then we're gonna go over. What do you mean there's no way? Surely it was possible. It's simple. The victim took her medicine by adding it into her tea, which was brewed herself. That means she would have added the medicine to her cup by herself as well. Therefore, nobody else would have had a chance to mix medicine in with her tea. I wonder if that really is the case. Either way, we want him to clarify his position a bit more. That could be useful. Mr. Wolfhard, do you mind repeating what you just said again? Yeah, that's what I thought. On the contrary, there's a way someone could have added the medicine. The victim's teapot. Water takes time to boil, doesn't it? It would have been simple to add medicine to it. We know the medicine was both colorless and tasteless. The victim would never have noticed it. I see. Do you happen to have a dog I could run over? What? Mr. Watson, I have two questions for you. Firstly, did your mother rinse her tea kettle before she would use it? Secondly, what would she do while the water was boiling? That woman couldn't stand to see a single dirty dish. She would wash it before and after using it. She'd make her tea at 10 p.m. every night. She's a creature of habit. It usually took only 10 minutes to prepare, and while the water boiled, she would prepare the tea leaves. She was very eccentric with her tea. She would stay in the kitchen. Thank you, Mr. Watson. Detectives, do you see what I'm getting at? What? That she liked being clean? No, Justina, what are you doing? You're going out against a madman. You're telling jokes? If someone were to add medicine to her kettle before she brewed it, it would have been washed out. And there was no opportunity to add it to the kettle after the fact. Even if you could prove my client was there that night, you have no way to show he induced the overdose. Adding medicine to the kettle. Have you ever tested that kettle for trace amounts of substance? Well, I kind of only came up with this just now. Justina, don't admit that! Fool, you don't even have a case. I demand you let my client go before you make yourself look any worse. Great. We barely started and our case is already in a bind. We don't have leads. I didn't think our case was this flimsy. Why? Why did we have to go against the Bloodhound? We can't let him go just yet. I do have a follow-up question. Raiden, you stayed with your mom before you left for the night, right? What were you doing during that time? Mr. Watson, you don't need to answer that question. My client's actions during that time are irrelevant. He was not there for the fire. Or he was not there for the fire. If he wants to be clear of all suspicions, we'd like to hear the full story. I don't mind answering the detectives. It's every man's dreams to have two lovely ladies who want to know everything about him. Oh god, whatever, as long as it gets him to talk. Let's go, finally get to interrogate him. I wonder what his breakdown's gonna be. Or his little, like, shock thing is. Tale of the Fateful Night. As you know, I lived with my mother in order to be her caretaker. I remained with her and only by chance had an excursion late at night. In fact, I was with Donna in the living room that night. The two of us were spending time together. Our mother was uninterested in company, so we didn't see her. Around 10 p.m., I left for my nightly stroll. That is a tale for another day. Okay, let's question him real quick. What about your... Oh, that's new state... Or like a new little sprite for... Let's go. Cool. Writing down facts. What about your earlier statement that you were with Donner at his apartment? Merely a white lie. You don't admit that to the cops. Merely a white lie. Kind of like the white lie made about me not killing my mother. Oh, dang it. I revealed it. I mean, it's opposite day. Merely a white lie. You see, Darn and I were together, just at home. I didn't want you two ladies to think I was some simple homebody. But it wasn't much of a lie, was it? You see, my brother came over often. But didn't you request the night off last night? Only late in the night, but that is a personal matter. It's best to move on. His attorney already made it clear what he did later in the night is a dead end. Donner in the living room that night. The two of us spending time together. And what were you doing that night? We were simply talking. Nothing worth noting, mind you. I can recall we played a simple game of cards. That was all. Talking and playing card games. Is that all they did? Still, it's a bit more in depth than what he told us before. Raiden, do you mind repeating that again for us? Anything noteworthy? We simply talked and played games. Molly Crumbs, maybe? Yeah! I was like, well, you could have been eating bread. Let's get this bread. So you claim you did nothing but talk and play a card game? Of course. What's with all the slamming? Because I don't buy that for a second. You see, the living room may have been quite damaged by the fire, but there was one odd thing that was left behind, inside the couch cushions. Take a look at these. You can't be serious. Your evidence is a bunch of moldy breadcrumbs. I think what my partner's trying to say here is that those breadcrumbs were likely from the night of the fire. If Donner and Raiden were there, they must have been eating something. Bah, pathetic. All I see are two detectives flaring to find a grip. What relevance does a few bites of crumbs have? Even assuming our theory was correct. Hang on, did I just hear a dog bark? Oh my god! It's the ghost of the dog he ran over. Hang on, did I just hear a dog barking? Aww. Alright, this guy's kind of cool. This guy's cooler than I expected. What the? There, Krampus! Oh my god. Don't let that dog near everyone's kids. It won't just steal the kids, it will kill the kids. Oh my god, he's scarier than Wolf, our huntsman. There, Krampus. No need for you to get involved now. I've got this perfectly under control. Oh my god, he's gonna kill me. I get the sinking suspicion this dog doesn't like me much. As Krampus says, your argument is all bark and no bite. I can't trust that dog. I think the dog started the fire. He killed the old lady. I would like to see some evidence that these breadcrumbs are relevant to the matter at hand. Of course, those crumbs are relevant. That's because... Ate together, the victim never cleaned, the victim ate the bread. I don't know. I don't know why. Oh, the victim never cleaned, maybe. The victim had terrible cleanliness habits, which you mentioned earlier. That disproves that she would have washed her kettle before brewing her tea. I'm scared. The dog is scaring me. I'll clean all your couch cushions at home. Not clean at all. Well, I haven't really checked them. I think a rat was in there one time. Nor do most people. A simple bit of crumbs proves nothing about this. Even supposing it's true, you would still need to prove someone add medicine to the kettle. Guess I just see another avenue. The victim ate the bread? The victim must have eaten that bread. Up until now, we've been supposing the only thing the victim consumed that night was her tea. But the existence of these crumbs show that she might have had some bread as well. That's gotta be something. A whole lot of nothing. Oh, the dog. Oh no, we got something. The dog ran away. That means we have something. He got scared off. I also like hate the small movement of him going back. It's like an uncanny just you've got this now. I'll be here. If you need my help, I'll be down here. Thank you, Krampus. Oh my god. Like I said before, all animals are evil in this. Toasty was a murderer, and now the dog is Krampus. Did you forget something, young pup? The victim was in the kitchen, not in the living room. Those crumbs prove nothing about what she did or did not eat. Unless you can show a connection between the bread and the kitchen, you have nothing. I can, but... A connection between the bread and the kitchen, huh? Well, it just so happens I can do exactly that. Take a look at this. And I am sorry, guys. I am sorry, guys. We will find out the connection. the box. We will find out that connection next stream. I'm gonna have to head out. We went for almost 2 hours. I think that's a pretty good stream. But, like I said, I am going to have to head out. I gotta do some stuff, and I'm gonna go head out to see Mortal Kombat 2. Sorry for the abrupt thing, but, I think, get a little, we're probably, like, maybe halfway through this interrogation, or maybe not. We got a whole bunch more to go, I can tell you that much, but... I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. I'm really liking, the new... I don't know what... I forgot what he is. An attorney? I think attorney? But yeah. I'm really liking Huntsmith. Pretty good character. He's intimidating. Like the dog. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.